Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching Fargo Season 1, Episode 8, The Heap. I am really enjoying this show so far, and where we're at now is such an interesting point because Lester has managed to successfully frame his brother so far for the murder of his wife and the police chief. Molly is recovered from her injury, or is still recovering, but she's returned home to find that her investigation that she was doing has been derailed by the fact that they've all arrested Lester's brother and think the case is solved and done, and it's obviously not solved and done. And so I think she and Grimley will probably still be on that. Malvo has killed those people, has killed everyone in Fargo, and who knows what repercussions are going to be from that. So yeah, basically things are kind of spiralling, but they're really at this point now where they could go anyway, and I'm excited. If you're watching this on YouTube and you would like to watch the unedited reaction, please check it out on Patreon. And thank you so much to Albert for sponsoring the show. On Patreon you can sponsor, depending on your tier, seasons, half seasons, pilots, but I'm really so thankful that you sponsored this, Albert. I really enjoyed it. I honestly have no idea what to expect, and the title The Heap does not help. Oh dear.
Oh, you bet.
Oh, is it a new washing machine?
She's a real lemon. Watermelon.
I murdered my wife over her. I mean, if that makes him happy and it's not a murder, I'll think that that's a good move for the rest of us.
Play it down to probation. Time served.
I mean...
No.
Oh.
On the gun charge.
Yeah, you got your kid, the kid.
Yes. Well, you don't cheat on Miss Hubbard County.
He murdered 2 people as far as you're concerned, and all you care about is that he cheated on you. You may well be Lester's next victim. This is such an awkward situation in dinner, especially given that he set up a husband.
What'd you get?
A new washer. The old one.
Maybe kill my wife.
You deserve it, Lester.
He deserves that washing machine.
You deserve.
He is clearing out. Oh my god, literally just into the rubbish. So again, I suppose people would think she was cheating. You're gonna solve her, son.
Smarter man to think you were being wooed.
Request for your attendance.
Can it wait?
He looks really busy to me.
Let's go see what we're gonna do today.
Oh, she's got her board to really show him all the evidence.
You know, some good police work, and we caught the guy, so...
Literally, it was handed to you with a bow wrapped around.
Actually, the motel.
Molly, darn it, now, just, you can't keep...
She has evidence. I mean, to be fair, you need to look into this because Chaz's defense could bring all this stuff up, and then he'd get away with it.
We had drinks to celebrate.
I mean, that solves everything.
Now, I would give it to you. I would. Except we both know in 2 days I'd be back in this room with you pointing at names on that whiteboard and me...
Because she's a good cop who follows the evidence.
You're a heck of a police officer.
She's much more a police officer than you. Of the good kind of police officer.
I like your tie.
Suddenly Mr. Popular when you're the wronged victim of a murder.
Making some chili on Saturday night? If you maybe want.
His wife just got murdered.
Liar.
Mrs. Hess.
Liar, you knew.
Of course he did. He was trying to get one over on Sam after he already had him murdered.
This.
Inside of me.
Yeah, Ma, don't talk like that.
That is not appropriate business behaviour. Lester, just trying to be a big man, taking advantage of people, is not good.
Me too.
You can't just staple children.
Yeah.
This is the first that I've,
Yeah, Lester is such a terrible person. I really need him to get his comeuppance, as much as I enjoy Martin Freeman's acting.
You're amazing.
Get counselling if you think that was amazing. He stapled 2 children.
Follow.
It's gonna go well. Or they can give him jobs like desk jobs as filing men. Like, you messed up. Just do your job really well down here and appeal later.
22 people did get killed, and we were sitting in the car like a couple.
And he walked right past you and got the gun out in front of your car. You need to at the very least tell a nurse or someone so they can be like watching ready to call for you. Idiot. Oh, I didn't need the image of this. He's got you where he wants you.
I'm employed now, by the way.
I killed everyone.
In case you...
Is he just enjoying this? Or does he have a purpose and a point here?
I watched The Bear once. If you still feel raw about things, when you heal up, come see me.
What is he playing at? Just causing more chaos? Leaving chaos in his wake?
He gave me a bouquet of poison ivy.
Picked it himself.
Oh, the thought was there.
Call him Sergio. He's a pirate, I think. Very funny you.
I love Molly.
Thank you for catching the guy.
Oh, she doesn't think she has.
But yeah, no,
I think it's kind of to just let her think it was Chaz, and then if you manage to prove it was Lester and Malvo, then tell her the truth. Because she's got some peace of mind. But please be careful, Molly. You've already been shot once. I've already thought you were dead once. You can solve this, Molly, sweetheart. I don't know how, but your name is Solver, son. You're gonna solve it. Yeah, there's Lester, and now he's the big man about town. He's all stylish. He's got a new washing machine. He's flirting with his younger co-worker. He has recovered very quickly, is all I'd be thinking. And was never that bothered to begin with. What's gonna happen? Why are we seeing him here? Is he gonna get a phone call or something, or is something actually gonna happen?
Yeah, hi.
He's courting you. Oh, which one of them's gonna move? They don't live that
What's the
far
hearing
apart,
tomorrow
but
on the shooting?
Well, just tell the truth.
I mean, like, they can tell their grandkids about the time he shot her. It'll be great.
I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah, I gathered from the volume of flowers.
Too
fun.
much?
Not enough. Oh, they're so sweet.
So,
Like, they make my heart ache, and I'm really scared that they're gonna end in
I
tragedy.
saw in
Either
the paper
character.
this morning the
Yeah, a certainty if
You take me.
together.
Yeah, I love Molly. She would be the one to have to, like, say it in this relationship.
That's
Yeah. Oh my god, but 1 year later? That's so he got fired and is now a postman.
Remember the red sauce?
Is this real?
Oh shoot.
Is this real? Because this is everything. Oh my god. She calls her mum and... Oh, I just need them to be happy at the end of the show, please.
We could watch it here.
Oh my god, they're so cute.
Thing.
Are they married? He's got a wedding ring on. Oh, I love them. Oh, they're gonna have a baby. Please let them both be around for this baby. I'm stressed because I have everything I wanted and there's still 2 episodes and a bit left. Okay, so they're still going for it. Good. They wouldn't be them if they weren't.
Now,
Are these two going to team up with Molly somehow?
and then another. What's that?
And why do they have guns when they're in the file room? Oh, that's what he stuck up there the first day. So now they're going to get prompted to go back.
Well, I'll say, the kid disappeared.
Disappeared how?
Oh, tell her the story. Oh,
He looks very
this
adult,
is the craziest
but he could be
thing,
an older
honey. You know
teenager.
what?
This man grabs me.
Oh my god.
I
Is
think
this
that
just
I'm
a
It's
random...
me. Is the point of the
black
story.
man?
All those weeks looking for the kid, writing letters,
Because-
making phone calls. We even put up flyers, and then
That is a bit
subway
too
street
coincidental.
in
This
a
whole
city
story is
I
very
don't live,
strange.
all you know.
and
I'm very confused by what was even
Look who I
happening
am.
here. Well, they're too sweet. I'm gonna die if they die.
Let's just say
Salesman of the year. Oh my god, it's Lester. He's the insurance salesman of the year.
Matching people and businesses with the right plan for their needs.
It's inspiring.
Lester Nygaard.
And is he dating his co-worker now? Yep. And just getting that confidence and then committing murders.
Real,
That is what he needed.
Without a care.
Martin Freeman is brilliant though, because you can see it's the same Lester from the beginning, but he's also very different.
They go to prison.
Like my brother, thanks to me.
Is that the worst does happen.
But a good insurance policy sees you
have
through.
to be insured. Thank you so much. It's a great honor.
He is I definitely could see Lester becoming too confident and like too arrogant and too self-assured and messing up.
No. Actually, I'm feeling pretty keyed up.
Oh god, is he seriously going to go and cheat on his wife?
Big night, huh?
Salesman of the year.
Oh, drugs.
Something dangerous. Let's have a look.
Oh, he's just such a different person to who he was, and he's such a vile person. I hope she robbed you.
Can we have some more sparkling water?
Oh my god.
Thanks.
Oh, is it bringing back the old Lester? Is it bringing back a murderer that wants to kill him? what is happening? I mean, he should really thank him. He's got the wonderful life now, as far as he's concerned. Okay, so that episode, it's hard to remember the first half was still the same episode. It was really a good episode, kind of seeing things, the fallout really of what happened. You know, we saw Chaz's wife kind of having her like meet up with Lester to be like, oh yeah, we both got screwed over by our other halves. You know, my husband, you know, she was more angry about the affair than that he murdered someone, which I think shows you a lot about her. That, you know, I mean, obviously I can totally understand that if your husband were to murder his lover that he had been having an affair on you with, you would be upset that he'd been cheating. That wouldn't be something you wouldn't feel upset about, but the murder part should maybe be something you at least consider it as well. And I suppose the person I am worried about the most is their child, because he didn't take the gun, which I guess he'll know is innocent, but if he has a rough ride of it and then his dad's in prison, I mean, the son wasn't wonderful anyway, but he's the person I worry about in this situation. Lester has obviously, I mean, that co-worker threw herself at him. Talk about desperate. I mean, she does not deserve to have been cheated on at this point, but I mean, I suppose in a way he seemed like, you know, this kind little Lester that, you know, this awful thing happened to him, but it gave him a new spark of life. Maybe that's what she fell for. She enjoyed him stapling children in the face. I know they were horrible, aggressive, bully children, but still. I mean, Lester is vile. I mean, if I saw even someone, you know, that appeared to be like a money gold digger accuse someone of sleeping with her while lying about the policy deal, I wouldn't then think that's a catch. But, you know, she does. I don't remember her name, but, you know, this new wife does that. The year jump is a really, really interesting. Like, it makes sense because where things were, they were quite sort of stagnant. You know, the FBI guy's getting in trouble. Malvo would kind of finish off all the business that he had here. Lester had successfully framed Chaz. The police were not going to look into it anymore, and Molly was being very shut down. And while, you know, she still has all of her information, at this point she's kind of just waiting for a break in the case, for something to happen that she can then use, because she's kind of collected all the evidence already. And I kind of like the juxtaposition of them talking about how Gus is definitely going to get, or not get any repercussions for having shot Molly, and then a year later he's a postman. Which, you know, in a way it makes sense. Like, yes, I don't think he did anything, like, he never would have shot Molly ever, but maybe you shouldn't be firing blind into the wrist, which then obviously if you get shot by the bad guy sucks. But yeah, so it kind of probably, you might even be happier. He wasn't, I mean, he was a good heart policeman, but he wasn't a very good policeman. I love the fact that they're living in Bemidji now. They've got their house, that the daughter's part of the family, and just loving and accepting of Molly. They're gonna have a baby. They are just so cute. Like, they literally, the scenes of them as a family were just such kind of ordinary familyness that I'm like, I need that to stay at the end. That is my life. I did not go into Fargo thinking I was going to be, Fargo will show after that first episode, thinking I was going to be like, don't hurt these people, they are pure, but they are. And I just really, really enjoy them. I like that Molly didn't say to Vern's wife that, oh, I don't think it was him, I think it's someone else, because, you know, it's been a year now and she still hasn't been able to prove it was someone else. So that would just stir up so many more emotions, and it would sort of take away that bit of closure that she's got that's maybe helping her get through it. And that doesn't mean that when Molly then figures out who it was, that she's going to have to be like, oh, I lied to you or anything, because she'd be like, oh, I was still investigating, I wasn't sure. You know, I think she'd be totally understanding. I'm glad they're all still close. I'm glad the dad's on board with the whole new family. Like, Molly, Gus, daughter, etc. I'm here for their continued existence. I'm very confused about Bill, is that his name? I don't know, the police chief's like adopted son. Where that came from, for one thing. Secondly, it does seem to me like there was some mix-up with this adoption. Maybe it was a scam in the first place. I don't know if they had to pay money for it or something. But if it wasn't, then there's some poor adopted child that something terrible has happened to. And it does appear like they've just picked up a random dude on the street. If it is the person they were supposed to adopt, that is a hell of a coincidence. I'm supposing it's going to tie into the plot somehow in the future, but it's very strange. I mean, this is a very strange show, so I'm not like, in another show I'd be like, what was that? In this one I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna hold on and wait till that gets relevant. So yeah, Lester is vile. Like, Martin Freeman is a brilliant actor. I mean, at the beginning he just showed how pathetic Lester was. You know, like, I'm not someone that would look at him as being pathetic as such, but you could see that he was being portrayed as pathetic. You know, I think really all he had to do was reevaluate how he looked at his own life and then be like, well, I'm content, so fuck you. But obviously he wasn't. Whereas now he makes your skin crawl. Like, just some little subtle things he does, like the way he talks to the bartender and he tries to act like he's the cool dude, and he's just not. at all, because he's vile. Like, it's not coming from a place of being a good person, it's coming from a place of being a vile murderer. You know, his life has gone amazing since he killed his wife. And I just cheating on his new wife is awful. I hope she murders him in front of a washing machine, new washing machine. And yeah, do they still live in his house? I imagine it's been redone, because I don't think she'd want that hideous wallpaper anywhere. But yeah, it's fascinating. I'm guessing his brother got convicted, or maybe the trial hasn't happened yet. I think murder trials can be in the future. And the FBI agents found the picture of Malvo. Now maybe if that hadn't been put in the official report, because, okay, yeah, it was a really fuzzy picture, but if you look at it next to the ones Molly had, there is a connection there, especially when Sam Hess was murdered and Sam Hess was connected to the Fargo crime syndicate. Like, you know, there are links there, so I'm hoping that that's going to be what kickstarts it. But I am very scared, because at the moment, kind of Molly and Gus are living happily ever after, they're living in content, and if they stir up all this mess again, they could be back in danger, and that is very stressful, because they've already got their life. Once she has the baby, you know, either one of them could die, so I'm stressed. And then Lester seeing Malvo at the end, and Malvo has now dyed his hair grey, or just gone grey. He's very different. He's hanging out with people in Vegas. What is he currently up to? Is Lester going to just sort of sneak back to the room, or take that woman off to a room and ignore him? Are they going to see each other? What is Malvo up to? So I'm actually really excited to watch the final 2 episodes. I will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.